Kia ora whānau. This is a short film put together to shine a light on an important subject that directly affects you and the future of your children and their children. In fact, all of our generations for the next 1,000 years. Yes, whānau, it is important. It affects all our future generations, what we decide on here and now. Whānau, if you have heard this word governance being thrown around, and you may have asked yourself, what the heck is that? What has it got to do with me? Or why does nobody ever define it? Well, in my mind, there could be a couple of reasons. Firstly, it could be that they think you do not need to know, or perhaps they don't know what it means themselves. But regardless of the reasonings, this subject of governance is at the very core of Tikanga. Yes, Tikanga. And what do we mean by Tikanga? We mean law, the intent, the protocols, the reasoning, the principles of building and maintaining courageous individuals with inner purpose and strength, and building strong family, whānau, and hapu upon these individual building blocks of tikanga. Authority and approval come from the bottom up, with results expected coming from the top down. The job of any elected governance is to give full voice to the governed, not the governance. A good governance gives a voice to the people it serves. A good governance would spend all its energy improving the prosperity, security, and well-being of those it serves. A good governance would be judged on its effectiveness at getting things done, and which broadens the prosperity, security, and well-being for those it serves. This is the purest form and definition of any good governance or government. When authority and approval is generated only at the top and forced down onto an unwilling society or community of families and individuals, you get failure, lack of prosperity, poor security and well-being, and then you get revolution. History tells us this, Tikanga tells us this. Before us is a document, an agreement, a contract called the Te Whakaaetanga Deed that potentially will take away fundamental hapu rights of sovereignty. Thus, puts us at odds with Tikanga. The Te Whakaaetanga Deed, as written, wants top-down authority without bottom-up approval. We need to see that the basic rights of our whānau and hapu are not being forced into a position that gives our futures away. We are all accountable for the future. We will have to answer up on any failures on our part. Therefore, we want continuous input and demand transparency in all matters. We want the rights of our tikanga not to be infringed on and not to be trampled on. Let us all keep this in mind as we decide the future. Ti hei mauri ora.